9 characters who can beat the Akatsuki. Akatsuki for many years had been known as the strongest group in Naruto. The organization took different forms and was led by different individuals, though each iteration is viewed as either rebels or criminals. The Akatsuki's ranks consists of rogue ninjas from various backgrounds with their own unique abilities and motivations. Members are exceptionally skilled and have a distinct personality and combat style. The Akatsuki emerges as one of the most significant threats to peace and stability in the ninja world. Their actions drive much of the plot, as various characters including Naruto and his allies strive to thwart their plans. Ironically, the Akatsuki is a diversion of what was originally supposed to be Project for Peace. The Akatsuki's combination of individual strength, strategic intelligence, various resources, and overarching goals make them a force to be reckoned with. That being said, there are fighters strong enough to single-handedly defeat all of them at the same time. Minato Namikaze, the 4th Hokage of Konohagakure, is a true legend among shinobi, but what really sets him apart is his killer combo of kunai skills and the Flying Thunder God technique. This guy changed the game on the battlefield, earning him the nickname of Konoha's Yellow Flash, and securing his spot as a ninja icon. When it comes to facing off against Akatsuki, Minato's got some serious strengths to play with. The rogue ninjas are tough, no doubt about it, but Minato's speed and versatility give him a leg up with his Flying Thunder God moves and sharp kunai game. He can spot weaknesses, dodge attacks, and hit back hard. Plus, Minato is not just about looking out for himself. He also shares his great ninja knowledge by teaching others the ins and outs of space-time ninjutsu, like he did with the Hokage Guard platoon. Minato's the real deal when it comes to taking on the Akatsuki threat. With all of his speed, trickery, and smart use of kunai, he's got what it takes to outsmart even the toughest of opponents. And when things get hairy, Minato's strategic brilliance shines through. Losing half of Kurama to Black Zetsu ruined all of his chances of beating Akatsuki though, so I'm only counting the Jinchuriki Minato here. Okay, listen, Kabuto knows everything about every single member of the Akatsuki. He's like the Batman of the Naruto verse, and probably has a plan of contingency of his own. Few adversaries command the same level of intrigue and menace as Kabuto Yakushi. As a master of espionage and manipulation, Kabuto has a formidable arsenal of abilities. With his mastery of earth, water, and wind release, Kabuto stands poised to outmaneuver and overpower even the most formidable opponents, including the Akatsuki. Kabuto's ability to produce barriers and conceal his location adds another layer of complexity to his tactics. With the ability to hide in plain sight and make himself invisible, Kabuto can manipulate the battlefield to his advantage, luring opponents into traps and launching devastating ambushes with lethal efficiency. However, Kabuto's true strength is in his mastery of Sage Mode, a power granted to him through his connection to the White Snake Sage at the Ryuchi Cave. By constantly absorbing natural energy, Kabuto can enter Sage Mode indefinitely, transcending the limits of a normal ninja's strength and achieving a higher level of power. In Sage Mode, Kabuto undergoes a dramatic transformation, evolving from a mere snake into a fearsome dragon, as he said so himself. His physical prowess is heightened, his speed and reflexes are enhanced, and his senses are sharpened to a razor's edge. His jutsu and physical attacks become exponentially more potent, capable of overwhelming the strongest members of Akatsuki with ease. Kabuto's immunity to genjutsu and other visual attacks, granted by the brio he wears, renders him virtually impervious to traditional forms of deception and manipulation. This immunity, coupled with his heightened senses and tactical acumen, definitely put him in a class of his own, one which can definitely solo the whole Akatsuki. The Jinchuriki of Yuki, also known as the Eight Tails, is famous for his incredible bond with his tailed beast, and his unmatched fighting skills. He's a real force to be reckoned with when he goes up against the Akatsuki. The key to B's strength is his special connection with Gyuki, which goes way beyond the usual relationship between the Jinchuriki and their tailed beast. Unlike many other Jinchuriki who struggle with their inner demons, B and Gyuki have a partnership built on mutual respect. Gyuki is always there to help B out in battle, messing with his chakra to break through genjutsu and boosting his strength with its own impressive chakra reserves. Thanks to his teamwork, V can tap into a whole bunch of cool abilities like version 1 and 2 transformations, and even the super impressive Tail Beast mode, all while keeping total control over himself. And when he's facing off against, for example, Itachi's crazy genjutsu skills, V's bond with Gyuki is his secret weapon. With the 8 Tails backup, V can mess with his own chakra to break free from genjutsu. V's totally got the hang of his Tail Beast mode, which gives him crazy strength and speed, letting him go all out on Itachi with powerful physical attacks, and blasting him with multiple Tail Beast balls. And let's not forget about V's skills as a Kenjutsu teacher. They really show off his smarts and knack for strategy by passing on knowledge to students like Omoi and Karui. His talent for coordinating attacks and pulling off his sneaky moves proves that he's got a real talent for war, although I must admit that he needed a bit of help dealing with Nagato. This is a what-if scenario, which I'm including Gaara being the Jinchuriki. In Gaara's battle plan, his defensive ninjutsu stands out as a key element, heightened by his famous shield of sand. With his own chakra infused into the sand, it forms an unbeatable barrier that shields him from all sorts of threats, even those sneaky ones he might not see coming, often mistaken for the work of Shukaku. It's actually a testament to Gaara's mother's love, which continues to protect him when faced with the Akatsuki's relenting attacks. When faced with the Akatsuki's unrelenting attacks, Gaara's shield of sand acts like an impenetrable fortress. Gaara's shield will act like an impenetrable fortress, letting him brush off assaults that would leave any other shinobi in pieces. But Gaara isn't just about defense. His offensive game is just as strong. With his sand manipulation skills, he can launch brutal attacks from a distance, trapping foes in techniques like the sand biting coughing, and crushing them with the sand waterfall funeral, By staying put in battle, he can keep his distance from opponents while bombarding them relentlessly with sand-based assault. He can make Akatsuki's life a living hell all by himself, because as long as there's sand in the environment, no one can beat him, no one can touch him. As a Jinchuriki, Gaara's got an ace up his sleeve, the ability to transform into his tail beast, Shukaku. By coating parts of his body with sand, he can turn them into Shukaku-sized versions, boosting his speed and strength big time. Sure, there's a risk of Shukaku's influence taking over, which I'm considering Gaara as still being a Jinchuriki, so this is purely speculative. There's a risk of Shukaku's influence taking over, but Gaara has got it under control, unleashing devastating attacks without losing himself in the process. Now, Rinnegan users might pose a problem, but Gaara's rock-solid defense can keep him safe until it's time to strike. He can bide his time to exploit the recharge time needed for the 6 path abilities and take down the Akatsuki's big gun, Nagato. And what about that pesky C4? Gaara's shields are no joke. If they can block Amaterasu, they sure as hell can detect and neutralize microscopic bombs without breaking a sweat. Hashirama's got this unique mix of stamina and power that's been passed down through his family line. His chakra stash is so huge that he can let out these massive shockwaves just by flexing his chakra a bit. Remember during the 4th Shinobi War, when he was surprised by the amount of chakra that Naruto had? That's saying something. It's this stamina that lets him keep going and outplay the Akatsuki's never-ending attacks. Then there's his wood release skills, which are basically legendary. He can whip up these crazy constructs that mess with the whole battleground. His wood clones, for example, they are practically his twins, making it super hard to tell them apart. But wait, there is more. Hashirama is also a pro at Senjutsu and Sage mode, which only serves to kick his combat game up a notch. And his wood release gets even scarier. Take his Sage Art through several thousand hands move, for example. It's like a wrecking ball against defenses. Even something as tough as Madara's complete body Susanoo got smashed like eggshells. When it comes to battle smarts, Hashirama's got it all figured out. His wood release skills are so precise and quick that he can keep the Akatsuki guessing from every direction. And don't forget his sealing techniques. He can lock down targets of any size with his seals. If the Akatsuki were to ever face off against him, they'd be up against the odds. And that's it for today's video. If you liked it, don't forget to leave a like on this video. As well, subscribe to the channel and hit the bell to get notified of my latest uploads. And share the video. And watch more of my videos. And what's more? Anyway, do all of that. Thank you very much for watching this video. With that being said, and I'll see you in the next one.